to Master Your Baden. I'm your host, Anthony Spina. Folks, it's the greatest rivalry in sports, the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. The Yankees and the Red Sox are two historic franchises and have had great battles in Major League Baseball for many years. But many people are split on deciding which franchise is better. For more on this, we have Yankees fan Kevin Myers and Red Sox fan Will Carlson live here in studio. Gentlemen, great to have you. Since we're in the state of New York, I'll start with the road team, I guess, with the Red Sox. Will, what do you got to say to start off?
Well, honestly, I think the Red Sox are God's perfect team, created and forged in the heart of battle. And the Yankees are just kind of scrubbed here and not worth my time.
Kevin.
You know, we're in the chase for 28, and while we're chasing 28, we'll let the Red Sox keep chasing us because they're not going to get there anytime soon.
So Kevin mentioned 28. The Yankees have won 27 World Series, the most of any team. But what have you done for me lately is the question, Will.
Well, when I like to think of what we've done lately, I like to point to the last 10 years of baseball history. And frankly, since 2009, the Yankees have done nothing. Honestly, they won that World Series, and then it's just been injury after injury, development after development. And at what point are you going to decide that development is just a code word for our team sucks and we really need help?
Well, you see, Will, you said it yourself, injury after injury. We've just been unlucky the past few years with injuries, and we've been losing legend after legend to retirement.
And
we're just
problem
rebuilding.
Money can't solve.
Well, you want to talk about money and who really is the most valuable franchise, and it's going to be the Yanks for just under $4 billion.
But that's what's amazing. What have you done with that money in
that's
10 years?
I mean, we keep our fans around. That's all it is. We got the most loyal fans in baseball.
With money?
Yeah, why not? Money buys everything.
Including fans?
Yeah.
So, speaking of money, yes, the Yankees are the most wealthy team in baseball. They have the most money and revenue. But, you know, the Red Sox, they are spending more in the current seasons than the Yankees. But, you know, the Yankees this year are looking better than the Red Sox.
They sure are. You know, they're all hurt, which is fantastic. They're a game and a half behind in the AL East race right now with the majority of their stars being hurt, and that shows something about this team this year.
So, I mean, the Red Sox won the World Series last year.
That's true.
And, you know,
this year.
They've won more World Series in recent years than the Yankees, so how about that?
Well, first off, I don't like to hang myself up on the laurels of the past like the Yankees seem to be caught up on.
Because you can't. You don't have as many.
I'm just saying, last 10 years, what have the Yankees done?
Yeah, we already went over that.
And I'm telling you, it doesn't change the fact. So that's why I'm continuing with this season. I will admit the Yankees are ahead in the AL East, and the Red Sox are falling behind a little bit. However, I like to believe that the teams who start out in the season the most energetic with the most wins will eventually fizzle out, and probably by the All-Star break. So the Red Sox will slowly start developing, getting better and better, and then come right up out into the postseason.
What about, you know, Babe Ruth, arguably the greatest baseball player of all time, and there's Johnny Damon, two Red Sox that went to the Yankees.
Just let Babe Ruth go.
How about that? Red Sox.
Johnny Damon played very well for the Yanks, and honestly, Kevin Youkilis played pretty subpar for the Yanks as well. I mean, he had better years than the Red Sox, but it seems like the Red Sox just love to come play for the Yanks. What's that about?
Well, you might have mentioned something about money, but frankly, a lot of our players have such loyalty to the Red Sox that they're willing to stick around as commentators for years after the fact. I mean, just look at Big Papi. I mean, that man was on that team forever, and now he was doing
very loyal Red Sox, as Derek Jeter was the Yankee. But what I want to bring up is how historically, like, scummy the Red Sox are. Like, I watched Pedro Martinez fight a 72-year-old in a bench-clearing brawl. Poor Don Zimmer could barely walk.
And Jorge Posada was
here.
so complicit in that whole thing. You mean to tell me
he picked fair fights?
He picked fair fights. He just hated Pedro. That's all it was. Jorge was looking for an excuse to
Red
fight,
Sox hated
and he
Pedro.
found it in Pedro Martinez.
Good.
Jorge Posada was a thug and a terrible human being.
I liked him a lot.
Well, that says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, I am scummy, I know.
Now, If there's anything about history, since you seem to love history as a Yankees fan, you know where Babe Ruth got his start? The Red Sox.
Yep.
You know what team still has their original stadium? The Red Sox. Because we don't just rebuild our stadium every time we have a few cool billion to throw around.
You want to know how cheap the owner was that built Fenway Park? He made the green monster so people couldn't watch the games for free from their hotel.
It's not exclusive to the Sox. I mean, the
cheap?
Cubs did the same thing in Wrigley.
Cheap.
All
It was a
right,
sign of the
gentlemen.
time.
Cheap.
Gentlemen, real quick, you're just closing statements. What do you got to say, Kev?
Screw the Red Sox. Screw the Red Sox.
Screw the Yankees.
Fair. That's fair.
Well, there you have it. What a great debate with strong points on both sides. Thank you, Kevin and Will, for joining us. Coming up next on Master Debate, we'll dive into the greatest rivalry in college football, Ohio State and Michigan. We'll be right back.